What's up? What's up? We are going live on TikTok and YouTube. We're going to look at a lot of things. When I talk about link in bio, what I mean is for you on YouTube, I mean link in description. So let's go live on TikTok too. We'll get started in just a second. We're going to look at UST. We're going to look at Luna. We're going to look at all kinds of stuff and really kind of break down what's going on, what we can do, what strategies to implement in the bear market, all that good stuff. And we'll look at different charts. Newsflash, right now it's shaky. It's shaky, but things are at very low prices, that is for sure. Hey, what's up everybody over here on TikTok? We're streaming live on TikTok and YouTube. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we will get rolling. We're going to look at some charts. We're going to look at UST and Luna. We're going to answer some questions. We're going to look at other charts y'all want to look at. But yeah, as soon as we get to 100 likes, we will get rolling. What's some good crypto to buy? My favorite crypto to buy is Ethereum all the time. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we'll get rolling. Right now, we are at 1 like. So tap that screen. Let's get to a Hondo and let's get rolling. Streaming live on TikTok and YouTube, daily crypto bull across all the socials. There we go. We crossed 100. Now, I start every stream looking at this chart right here, and this right now more than ever is very valuable and important to burn into your mind. This is the lifetime chart of Bitcoin, right? Price runs up big time, then it crashes. Price runs up big time, then it crashes. Price runs up big time, then it crashes. Price runs up big time, and now it's crashing. And these blue lines here are, you notice after the blue lines how price takes off after these blue lines. Here's the next blue line right here. This isn't a random line. These blue lines are Bitcoin halving events. If you do not know what the Bitcoin halving it is the most important thing to know in all of crypto. Again, if you just know this date, look at what happens. Here's the next one, March 2024. We are doing exactly what we're supposed to do in this time frame of the Bitcoin cycle. Okay, so I hope it goes lower, frankly. So burn that in your mind. What's up, Goldina? Dennis Grubar, what about Luna? Luna to me is dead. But you know what? Let's take a look at UST. UST sitting here around 34 cents at the moment. UST, I feel literally so bad for so many people that lost so much money in UST and Luna. What I really, really, really feel bad about is people that like talk to their parents and grandparents into putting a significant portion of their savings into Anchor Protocol and lost it all like this. They didn't lose it all necessarily. If you were highly invested in Luna, yeah, you lost it all. UST, at least you can salvage some of the money. When I saw it breaking peg last, was that Monday? God, that's just Monday. It's crazy. Felt like it was last week. If these last few days, it felt so long. But, you know, I was on the live stream and I said that I pulled out my UST out of Anchor at 98 cents, like 98.5 cents or something. I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to take it out for now. So if you're in the live stream with me Monday, hopefully you did the same if you have any money in Luna. Let's actually take a look at Luna right now. I mean, come on. This is insane. It's not even trading anywhere right now. It's down to 1 penny. It's at 1 penny right now. That's where we're at with Luna. Oh my God, we were up here at $85 on Monday, and then waboom, we're down to a penny. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart for today and zoom in a bit, and let's see if we think things are going to move. Let's take a look. Let's actually zoom way the hell out. We're going to go to the weekly. I'm going to scrunch that down. So as you see, this was the last right here, about 28.8. was the last respite of support. But as you can see over here, we definitely dropped below, because this was the low we went to when we dropped in May, and we had to see this channel right here. Broke the hell out of the channel. It's like, all right, well, maybe we can hold this. Nope, went down here to in the 25s. Almost, really, honestly, kind of about 25.5, something like that. And now we're sitting here around 28.5. We did have a bounce. Let's zoom in a bit more now to maybe the 2 hour. We did have a bounce to, how high did we get? Let's look. Oh, shit. Let's move my Fibonacci lines. We did have a bounce to about just under 30. It couldn't quite cross 30. King Talk says Luna was removed from Binance.us and Coinbase. Yes, it was. I think it was removed from other places too because they can't have it on there. They just can't. What's the best way to short shitcoin? I use Bybit. If you click the link in my TikTok bio, I'll take you to this resources page here. Scroll down a bit. Here's a link for Bybit. You get a deposit bonus with this link. Let's zoom in a little bit here on the old Bitcoin. Let's look at Lever Atlas. Lever Atlas did print out a bullish divergence, and that has played out so far. But will we go any higher in the short term? I think eventually we're going to have, because it's just such a big dump. Bitcoin went from basically 40K down to 25K, basically, in a matter of a week, right? Because the Fed meeting was this day, May 4th. That was the Fed meeting when they had the interest rates come out. And it pumped up that day, but after that was over, like by midnight, it started dumping, and it dumped hard. And I was like, holy crap. And then we hit support right here, the top of this Fibonacci box, hit the bottom of it, dropped down and broke through this support, came up and it flipped into resistance, dropped some more. And now we are right here. We could completely drop more. But I actually think, because I'm obviously very tapped in, I'm paying attention all the time, I think we've at least bottomed out for now, and I think a lot of people are flipping into this being a really good buying opportunity. So sure, the fear and greed index is really high, but I think a lot of people are starting to realize, oh, this is so cheap now. It's so quickly come into this level that most people that pay attention are like, well, I have to be buying some at these levels, and myself included. Luna ever going back to $1? Luna, you mean UST ever going to $1? I don't think Luna's ever going to $1. I don't think UST's ever going to $1 either. Let me look at some of the questions here. Rick Lex, thanks for the follow. By the way, give your boy a follow. Putting out content every day. Smash wherever the hell the like button is. I think it's over here somewhere. I don't know. What's the best way to short? I already answered that. So what's Bitcoin going to do? If I had that answer, I would be very, very, I would know the future. But long-term wise, when you look at the chart, right, here's the lifetime chart of Bitcoin, right? Look at the exact pattern. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're in the down period. See, we're right in that zone between the blue lines that this is bear market territory, and we are going into it. But this time, what's really different about this time is that we're coupled. Let me look at you while I say this. We are coupled. Let me move this up here. We are coupled with a global macro very bad environment. So what is that going to do? I think we are going to go lower than we would expect. So I think this is still a good buy zone, but I think over the next 6 to 12 months, I think we're going to go lower. That's what I think. Let me make myself small again here. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is the number one thing that I buy and that I stack, and that's what I'm buying right now. So I apologize if I'm missing some of your comments or questions. It's just that I'm out here looking on the chart, so I'm not always looking at my phone here. So let's look at ETH. ETH's pretty much done the same thing. It's in this zone. It went down to, goodness gracious, it went down to 1,700. It's so funny because, like, you guys asked a lot. You're saying, what do you think we'll go to in the bear market? And we've kind of basically already hit those numbers. I thought Ethereum would go to, maybe 1,500. We're almost there. I thought Bitcoin would go to maybe 21,000. We're almost there. And it's like, wow. And the entire macro landscape is so bearish that I think Bitcoin's going to go under 20, and I think Ethereum could go under 1,000. And I'm excited about that. Are we in a bear market? In my opinion, we are very, very much in a bear market. I've been saying we're in a bear market for weeks, and now it's pretty undeniable, I would say. So everyone's saying ISO coins are the ones going to be standing, all their coins not going to make it. I don't know about that. I got to do more research on ISO 20022, because it's not ISO 2022, it's ISO 20022. There's an extra zero in there. Not that matters. Just Matic and Solana. Can't blame you, but I think overall we'll go lower. Thanks for the follow, Hobo Trainer. And hello, Mad. Thanks for the follows. If ETH goes under 1K, I'm all in, myself included, dude. I think ETH at 900, Bitcoin at 18. Tunchi, I literally can completely see that. Brazilian Ronaldo, no need to apologize. I knew what you're talking about. Everyone knows what you're talking about. I just wanted to make sure you knew just in case for yourself. Any bullish divergences on RSI? I mean, Lever Atlas is showing some bullish divergences, and we've had this move, but you can't feel real confident about taking a long right now. Or now DCAing, we're at fantastic DCA mode, right? I mean, when we DCA, we're not trying to make money quickly. We're giving ourselves usually at least a couple years. And because here's the next Bitcoin halving over here, and if you're unfamiliar, put a 1 in the chat if you don't know what the Bitcoin halving is, and I'll explain it if I have to. But it's the most important thing in all of crypto to know. How's that crypto looking? It's looking like a very good buy to me, even though I do think that we will go lower in the next 6+ months. My opinion, it's not financial advice. I'm starting to get that as a sentiment around the crypto content influencer space and people in the market. So I'm thinking we've hit a bottom, at least in the short term, and we could see a nice move, like say Ethereum here. I could definitely see Ethereum coming up here to 2,500 on, we'll call this a bounce. Don't get all excited, be like, oh, we're back in a bull market. No. We are in a bear market. This is all my opinion. We are in a bear market until it emphatically proves otherwise. And the amount of things that would have to happen to turn it into a bull market, to me, is just not going to happen anytime soon, because it's not just about crypto. It's about the entire global macroeconomic landscape. And right now, it is the worst. Hey, by the way, we got 200 people on here and only 600 likes. Could you guys pump us up to over 1,000? I bet you can do it in like 10 seconds. I really appreciate that. But in a global macroeconomic perspective, things are literally the worst they've ever been in the entire existence of Bitcoin. And you may be thinking, well, Bitcoin was founded in 2009 during the real estate bubble pop. Yes, but that really happened in 2008, and it did keep playing out more in 2009. But Bitcoin was brand new then, and nobody cared. Now it is where it is, and now it's facing, during a typical crypto bear market, we're facing the worst global macroeconomic landscape we have ever seen. And not just that, it is one of the scariest, sort of, that has been seen in decades at least. By the way, I got 250 people on here, 260. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you're in here. Be sure to hit that follow button, wherever that is. Let's look at some comments here. I apologize if I don't get to your comment. I look out here on the screen, plus I got a blabbermouth, so I'm not always looking at all the comments. We'll be in a bear market for most of the year. I agree with that. What do you think Bitcoin will do in a recession? It'll go down. Because you got to think about, if investors, what do? Like in a recession, the value of the dollar goes up and the value of assets goes down. The more liquid and more speculative the asset, the more it goes down, and the more the first thing it is to be sold. And crypto is one of the first things to be sold. People sell crypto before they sell stocks. They sell crypto before they sell about anything. So I think we're going to get hit pretty hard, and that's fantastic, again, in my opinion. Lifetime chart of Bitcoin. We were in a bear market. We're going to go in a bear market anyways. I think it's just going to go deeper than we thought it would. And to me, that's fantastic, because we'll get extra deep discounts. I didn't see any ones come in, so I'm assuming most of you know what the Bitcoin halving is. Hey, Tim Cook, you just became a top 1 viewer, I guess. Thank you for the rose, by the way. But this Bitcoin halving event here, this is our accumulation zone. And this, to me, is the best chance we have to literally get rich. These are my opinions, okay? Not financial advice. This is my opinion, to really get filthy ass rich in the next bull cycle, which will likely happen around the Bitcoin halving, because that's when it happens. I saw some ones come in. The Bitcoin halving just means that the amount of Bitcoin a day that gets mined gets cut in half, hence halving, right? So right now we're mining 900 Bitcoin a day. We were mining 1,800 here, 3,600, 7,200. So we'll go from 900 to 450 Bitcoin a day overnight. So it's just a massive supply shock, right? And basic supply and demand dynamics. Someone just gave me yes, Coin Gun Luck. Thank you for the calendars, man. Appreciate that. A lot of them coming. You're awesome. May, awesome. Dude, you're awesome. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Dang, you threw out a whole bunch of them. That's awesome. But that's really why the halving is such a big event. Now, I want you to really remember something even more important, believe it or not, and it's a one-time only event. It's the Ethereum Merge. And the Ethereum Merge, you can think of as a triple halving. Let me see you. I'm probably tired of looking at my hand. Let me take a look at you. How you looking? The Ethereum Merge will be the equivalent of a triple halving, right? So if Bitcoin, the production gets cut in half, from 900 to 450 this next time coming up, Ethereum's going to go from 13,000 to 1,300 overnight, because right now Ethereum gets mined, and they mine about 13,000 Ethereum a day. Let's not even include that a lot of Ethereum gets burned every day, right? You know that Ethereum gets burned every day too. But we're going to go from, Bitcoin's going to go from 900 to 450, right? That's a 50% reduction. Ethereum's going to have a 90% reduction, 13,000 to 1,300. And couple that now, that 1,300, with that Ethereum gets burned every day, it's quite possible, and I would say probable, that every single day there will be less Ethereum in existence than there was the day before, making it truly deflationary. And Ethereum is so highly usable and used in such high utility, unlike Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a store of value. Ethereum is actually the layer of the new internet. And so the Ethereum coin, I think when that merge happens, which will, in my opinion, definitely happen, in my opinion, before the next Bitcoin halving. I think it will happen within the next year, because the Bitcoin halving is little less than 2 years. But I think by about this time next year, we should see the Ethereum merge, maybe sooner. When that happens, I don't care where the global macroeconomic landscape is, that is going to give us a massive increase. I just hope the global macro landscape is better, because if that's the case, the Ethereum merge will send us into an entire stratosphere we have never seen. So keep these thoughts in your mind as we're going through these times. Don't get so caught up in the day-to-day. These are my opinions, not financial advice. Don't look at the day-to-day. Look at the prices and think, where's it going to be? Wayne Gretzky says he was the great one, because he's famously quoted for saying, I don't play where the puck is, I play where it's going to be. And that's the way I think we should take care of this. That's the way I do. I look at where the puck is going to be. I don't know where it's going to be with, say, even Solana or Sandbox or most things, even though I believe strongly in those projects. But Bitcoin and Ethereum, I feel very certain as to where those are going to be in many, many years down the road, right? Especially 2 to 3 to 4 years out. I'm positive they're going to be so much higher. They have a trend of doing that for years. And of course, their use and their adoption is just growing so much. It just makes sense to me. Throw a 1 in the chat if you're with me on that. Let's get back to some charts. Today, I just think it's a big deal to be talking about this type of stuff more than it is to just be looking at charts, because we are in a falling knife scenario. I am buying, but I'm not buying to make money anytime soon. I'm buying based on this zone out here. When the merge happens, it may be a year. When the halving happens, it may be 2 years. Really, this is the spot right here. That is the spot. What is that date? Let's zoom that back a bit. I'd say about right here, about right there, about April 2025. That is what I look at, and I think, what's the price going to be in April 2025? Because if the halving is in March 2024, we got to go about a year out, right? Because look at this. This halving was May 2020. Look at where we hit our high, April 2021. Sure, we hit another high in November, but really you could kind of consider this the top of the market, right? 64-ish thousand about a year later. So I'm looking at this, all right, March. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I think about April 2025, I think that's going to be a very high point in the crypto market, and that is when whatever I'm buying here, that's the target I'm looking at. Whatever I buy right now, I don't plan on doing a damn thing with it until I get here. And of course, I'm always trading, because when I trade, I get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free. If you want to learn how to do that, click the link in my TikTok bio and take my free masterclass here on how I get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free. So, all right, let me go through back. Oh, dang, CoinLump. Throwing in tons and tons of more Mays. I appreciate that. What's a good time to buy Solana? So what I just laid out, listen, if you believe in Solana long-term, CoinGalunk is just throwing me more Mays than there are days in May. I appreciate you. For Solana, I like Solana. I do. I like Solana. Maybe I should just look at you guys, because I think you just kind of want to talk more than you want to look at charts. Because like with charts, things are in a pretty uncertain zone. The question is, do you want to buy today or not? But if you buy today, you should be looking out, in my opinion, you should be looking out 3 years. You should be looking out 3 years, because that's wherever it is today. Think of that as a 3-year maturation of your investment. That is when we'll probably hit the height of the next bull cycle. You saw the chart. You see the predictable manner that Bitcoin has, that the crypto market has, because of the Bitcoin halving event. It was created like that from the beginning for that exact reason. Satoshi whoever he is. I think it was Hal Finney. He's passed away. Brilliant. Just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And if you ever knew who Satoshi Nakamoto was, Satoshi Nakamoto would definitely get a economic Nobel Prize. No doubt about it. Luna's dead, in my opinion. Luna is donezo. It's me. I'm Satu. Oh, what's up, Rivers? Of course you're Satoshi. I should have known. Does AMP have big potential? I don't know enough about AMP to say anything about that, but now is the time to really be paying attention to the projects you believe in, because we're in a bear market. So things aren't moving fast. You have lots of time. Patience is a big virtue in the bear market, meaning that one of the best ways to be patient is to spend your time researching projects, because you can understand more about them, you can watch them more closely, you can really zoom in and get closer to what the founders and developers are doing too, and see what the plan is, and are they making innovations, are they doing things in these bear markets? Because in bull markets, lots of projects will just do things. They'll just throw it out because they can't miss, because it's you can invest in anything, you can make anything, it doesn't matter in a bull market because everything just goes up. But that's not a real testament of if anything is good. In the bear market is where you learn if things are good. If you learn if teams are good, are they innovators? Are they working on the project? Are they coming up with new ideas? Are they testing them? Are they learning from their mistakes? Are they coming up with new ideas? These are the things that catapult things into stratospheres in the bull market, okay? So like Polygon, for example, in the last one, if you were in the bear market and you were watching Polygon, Matic, you would have realized, wow, what they're doing is really innovative, because clearly Ethereum has this scaling issue, which doesn't show itself real strongly in the bear market because it's not getting used as much, but you realize, 13 transactions per second, like that's not gonna cut it even close. So clearly there's gotta be solutions. And Polygon was really coming up with ideas to fix it. And you could have bought Polygon for fractions of a penny. And if you're in the bear market and you're following projects like this, you're like, that's really smart. I'm going to buy some of that. I mean, throw in $100, I have like thousands and thousands of Matic, And so Matic made people millionaires. That's one example. That's just one. So paying attention in this bear market is the best time to get rich, but you got to look out 3 years from right now. All right, let me get back to comments. I got Babin looking at myself, so let me look at some questions. Do you think Luna has any chance to recover? I think it is very dead. I don't think it has any chance. Could I be wrong? Yeah, but boy, how could it? I mean, who's going to trust Luna? The entire model has clearly been broken, and it can't build strength. It was at its strongest point it had ever been, and it collapsed in a matter of 48 hours. Not rugged. Not abandoned, literally exploited by an obvious exploit that the Luna people wouldn't fix, because it's an algorithmic stablecoin. That's all it took. All that someone ever needed to do was about $1 billion and scare the lights out of anyone using UST. Just depeg it a little bit, especially in a bear market. So timing mattered. The people that did this were very sophisticated, and this is a play from a playbook. George Soros is mostly known for doing this. He did this to the British pound in '92. So you think of Luna, George Soros did this to the British pound in 1992. Obviously, it didn't ruin the British pound, but oh my God, it almost did. I got stuck on Matic server, sold. We are at crypto now when we hit Jan 2020. We are those people. By the way, anyone in here, this is the best thing I can say to you, in my opinion. You're here, you have the best chance of anyone in the world at making it in crypto, because you're here during these dark, bloody times. If you just keep paying attention, think 3 years out, there's just no reason you can't become significantly wealthier in 3 years. And I don't mean 1 year or two, I mean 3. Because of exactly what I showed you before about the trajectory of the charts and the halving events and all that stuff. Like April 2025 is the date that I'm looking at. And it's not speculation. It's not even really speculation. Like this, I try to find someone that would disagree with me on that. If they disagree with me on that, then they don't actually believe in crypto at all. And I'm not saying, oh, they're bad or they're wrong. I'm just saying, if you believe in crypto even a little bit, what I'm showing is sound as it gets. But I have to say, in my opinion, not financial advice. Thank you for all the follows coming in. What's your biggest altcoin holding? I have 0 altcoins right now. I sold all my altcoins 2 weeks ago. I don't count Ethereum as an altcoin. My biggest holding by far is Ethereum and then Bitcoin, and that's all I have right now. I sold all my altcoins. Why did I do that? Not because I knew this was coming. I was saying for weeks we're in a bear market, okay? But the reason I sold them was because of the other side land sale, the Bored Ape land sale. I had a bunch of wallets that were all KYC because back in March when they did that Something is Brewing, I'm like, I don't know what they're doing, but this is going to be big. I don't know what it is. So I KYC'd my own wallet. I had all my friends and family I had a bunch of wallets KYC'd. So I sold crap, all my alts, to turn it into ApeCoin, and I didn't get one piece of land. So I sold my ape immediately after my transaction failed, and I was sitting there in USDT, and I'm like, Tether, not UST, Tether, and I'm like, do I want to buy back alts? No, I don't, because we're in a bear market. I'm going to just sit in cash because the entire global macroeconomic spectrum, its entire focus right now is increasing the value of the dollar. So sitting in dollars it's not usually a good idea, but during times like this, it is a good idea because all the force of the Fed and the government is going towards raising the value of the dollar, which also means lowering the value of assets. Crypto is the first one to bleed because it's highly liquid, it's much more speculative than stocks, so it's the first one people sell off. So it's not I'm like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's it for me. And then I have a bunch in cash. I had some in Anchor getting 18%. But on Monday, I saw it go down to 98 cents. I'm like, oh, that's sketchy. So I pulled all my money out at 98 and a half cents. And I said that on a live stream on Monday too, that I did that. Thank God. And so now I have that, and I moved it into Voyager, getting me 9%. If you are in the United States and you don't have Voyager, you have to have Voyager, in my opinion, because it's just silly not to. Let me show you. Click the link in my TikTok bio. It'll take you to the resources page. Scroll down a bit. This is the link for Voyager. I get 9% interest on my USDC coin, right? So that is a stable coin, but it is the stable coin, right? 9%, and I don't have to lock it up or stake it or anything. Sadly, this is only for people in the United States. Use this code too. This is my referral code. You'll get $25 in free Bitcoin if you do. And if you don't want to use this code, fine. But use somebody's referral code because it's the only way that you get the free Bitcoin. But they pay interest also on Bitcoin, on Ethereum. They pay about 4.5% interest on Bitcoin, like 4% interest on Ethereum. And so I'm getting interest on my Bitcoin and Ethereum. And what that means is when I say they're paying interest, they're paying me in whatever crypto I'm getting interest in. So if I'm doing 9% on USDC, on the first of every month, they pay me USDC as my interest payment. If I'm in Bitcoin and Ethereum, which I am, they pay me Bitcoin and Ethereum on the first of every month as my interest payment. Like, to me, that's an amazing place to be. But it's only available in the States. They will be rolling out in Europe later. And when I'm not sponsored. I sound like I am. But I want you to go use it. I want you to at least look at it because it is where by far most of my crypto is, and I chose it for a reason, and I'm telling you why. Also, when I buy and sell crypto, there's no fees. So when I buy, I get more crypto for my money, and when I sell my crypto, I get more money for my crypto. But the interest is the big thing, and it's safe. It's a publicly traded company. It is on the stock exchange, Voyager. It's like Coinbase, man. It's as safe as Coinbase. Anyways, we're at 8,000 likes. You guys are awesome. We got 300 and some people on here. Let's take a look at some more comments here. Thank you for all the follows coming in. Not Asia, no. It's only in America. They got approved in Europe. It should be rolling out in Europe soon. Coinbase, I consider Coinbase quite safe, and Voyager is just as safe. It's a publicly traded, big, well-funded company. What do you think about Luna? Will it bounce? I do not. Do you believe in manifestation? Absolutely, I do. I think the only thing we can do is create. Cold wallet's important? Absolutely. Because if you go connect your MetaMask to the wrong site, you can get your stuff just stolen. But if you have a cold wallet, a ledger, that can't happen because no transactions can happen unless you're out here in the real world and you push the buttons on your ledger to allow transactions to go through. Shiba Inu might as well be dead to me. Thoughts on XRP? I think XRP's got a bright future, but I'm not buying it right now. I'm just DCAing now at these prices into Ethereum and Bitcoin. Because to me, they're the most sure bets in the world. Is crypto decentralized? What was that? Why is it on centralized platforms? Well, that the chain that they're on is decentralized, many of them. But just because the coin trades on different exchanges, that has nothing to do with centralized or decentralized. But the actual platform that you buy and sell on, that may be centralized. If it's a DEX, decentralized exchange like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, that's decentralized. If it's Coinbase or Voyager, it's a centralized exchange. Both are necessary. Dot and Link, I love Link. I like Dot, but I love Link because I think Link is it's if you know what Link does, it's an oracle. But I'm not DCAing it right now. The only thing I'm DCAing right now is Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I'm sitting in cash because everything, again, hear me on this, macroeconomically, the entire power of the Fed and the US government are working on making the dollar worth more. They have to, or their golden goose, which is the US dollar, the world reserve currency, dies. So they have to make it more valuable, which also means they have to lower inflation. As you raise the value of the dollar, inflation goes down. And the ways you do that is you have to lower demand for the dollar, oddly enough, and you have to also suck money out of the economy. Straight up. I know, sounds weird. Thank you for the share. And thank you for all the people following. Let's look out what other questions we got here. Doge. I don't like Doge, but Elon Musk may make it very relevant because of Twitter, etc. So that's my thought, where I'm like, Doge is junk, but if Elon Musk gives it that use, then it obviously becomes valuable because it has real use. It is all of a sudden a currency that is used within a sovereign nation. You can consider Twitter a sovereign nation, like a country, right? So all of a sudden, if Doge becomes an accepted currency, or maybe even the main currency of this sovereign nation that is Twitter, with how many users are on Twitter? 1 billion? Globally? All of a sudden it has massive use. Update coming in few months. We are at Bitcoin bottom, in my opinion. I think we are at a bottom for now, and I think we will see a pump in the coming days because I'm not just thinking what I'm thinking, right? I'm listening to other, and you go get more opinions, more thoughts. Listen to what people are saying. Right now, the consensus is shifting that these prices are super juicy. Literally, because there was a lot of fear, but anyone that actually believes in crypto long term is looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum and going, these are juicy. This is such a deep discount. This is lower than a lot of people thought it would even go. And so they're sitting here like, but they believe in it long term, so they're like, I'm gonna buy this stuff. And that's what I'm doing. I had all my cash, right? I sold all my altcoins for the land sale like I talked about, and then I decided I don't want to get back into alts. I'm going to wait for prices to go lower because they have to, because the macroeconomic landscape is so awful. Objectively, it's awful. So now I'm DCAing, right? But I'm not going all in. I think things are going to go lower. I think we could see Bitcoin go under 15K. I think there's even a chance it taps 10K. And I think Ethereum could go under 1K. All of this in the next 6 to 12 months. That's what I think. So that's my thesis. You do you. These prices, regardless, are fantastic in my opinion. If all you did is buy here and just wait till April 2025, which is when I think the peak of the next bull market will be. From here, like Ethereum should be at least 10K by then. So if you can buy it 2 and flip it into 10 in 3 years, that seems pretty good. Bitcoin should probably definitely be over 100,000. And it's at what, sub 30? So that's a 3+X in 3 years. Like, you can't complain about that. And then we'll be able to get into all our other altcoins. We don't have to deal with those right now. We can get into those when we get closer to the halving, because those are just going to keep going down more and more and more and more on a percentage basis compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin. Over here on YouTube, I got Angelo saying, "Sup, brother," and nice. Appreciate you being here. Sweeper Goalkeeper says, "Bro, do you make money from YouTube?" Not much, but I like doing it. 250K by then? Maybe. I mean, when the last cycle Bitcoin hit a top of 20, and this time it hit a top of 69, I have a hard time. I don't know. It could, but it depends on factors that I just can't predict. I'm just being conservative, and yes, there's zero chance Bitcoin doesn't get over 100K next cycle to me. Could it get to 250? Yeah. Will it? I don't know. But 100K, I feel very confident about. ADA, how much lower will it go? Probably lower. But again, I think we do have a pump coming. I do think that in the next few days, probably over the weekend, we will see prices rise. And when people start feeling like we've hit a bottom, they're going to buy because these prices are fantastic. And I'm getting that as the sentiment across the board, right? From other YouTubers, from other crypto content creators, crypto influencers, and people I'm speaking with, period, in my Discord, etc. That seems to be where the sentiment is shifting. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, click the link in the TikTok bio, and it'll take you to the resource page. Scroll down a bit, and here is the Discord, right here. Oh, by the way, I'm going to give away a step-in activation code today. Go enter that real quick. That's on the resource page too. You can still enter. I call it a raffle. I don't know why. It's just a giveaway. There's no raffle tickets to buy or anything. It's free. Just go join the giveaway. We'll be doing that during this stream here a bit later. Let's take some more questions. Best cold wallet, I like Ledger. There's a link for that here too on my resources page, because to me everyone needs to have that. Why is NEAR so strong? Is NEAR strong? Let's take a look. Let me shrink my face. Let's go look at the NEAR chart. Is NEAR strong? I haven't looked at NEAR. NEAR, let's look at NEAR Tether. How about that? I don't know, man. It dropped pretty big. What do we have? 11.5 bucks down to 5. I mean, had about almost a 50% decrease. Doesn't really look much stronger than anything else to me. What is it? 5.30, pumped up to 7.30. So okay, that's about a 40% jump from down here. That's a better move than most. But yeah, Crow. Let's take a look at Crow. Crow didn't really move much. Looks like it's hit pretty damn low. Boy, it came all the way down. It was all the way up here at the end of April at 38, almost 39 cents, and now it's come down to about 16 cents. Dang, man. Where's the 4th? Right here. So it was at about 31 cents on the 4th about a week ago, and then it came down to 16, so it went down about 50%. Hasn't really bumped up much, actually. It's still sitting at 17, so that looks pretty weak, but I like it long term, but I'm not buying it right now. What do I think about Cosmos? I think Cosmos got a pretty bright future too, because the IBC, the inter-blockchain, I think that concept makes a lot of sense. Because I believe, I kind of believe we'll move into a multi-chain world, which is different than a cross-chain world. Because cross-chain world, you got to use bridges. Multi-chain, they're more connected. And I think that we will move to that eventually. That's my opinion. Bout of Greatness. Yeah, what's up, buddy? To give the giveaways. And by the way, for the giveaway, you can go enter. You don't have to be here on the stream, because in the giveaway you give me your email so that I can contact you if you win. So you don't need to be on here live, but I will be doing the drawing live here today for the step-in activation code. Do I think Shiba will survive? I don't. Ravencoin to the moon? I don't have a comment for that. Solana? I like Solana. I do. I just think we're in such a bear market that what are we going to do? You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's DCA, and I would rather put my money in Bitcoin and Ethereum first, and then Bitcoin second, and then just let the others keep dropping, because I think everything's going to go lower. But I feel very good about these prices. You'd be shocked from cycle to cycle. You would be shocked if this is your first time around. You would be shocked at the projects, the big projects that have disappeared from cycle to cycle. I like Phantom long term. I do. I think it's got a future. I'm just not dealing with it right now. Ethan Bitcoin, that's right, Crypto Chick. Thanks for the follow, Angel of God. Thoughts on Luna? That's by far the main thing everyone's talking about, right? It's dead. How could it recover? If you understand what happened, it cannot recover. It's over. It is over. And I feel terrible for anyone with their UST in Anchor Protocol, or that were degenning, over on like Abracadabra, using their degen box where they leverage UST and get up to like 80% on their cash. This is a reminder that we must be more cautious. We must be more cautious, because look how fast that happened. Billions, over 20, almost $50 billion wiped away in 48 hours. You don't think that can happen? Be paranoid. Be paranoid about what you do. Take profits. Don't be too greedy. Oh, it's going to go higher. It's going to the moon. Throw that out. Use your head. I'm saying that as someone that has made plenty of mistakes, and I am probably not done making mistakes, but these are all lessons for us to learn. What I think about Quant? You mean Quant? I think Quant has got a good chance. ETH is my babies, raising them till 2025. Me too. But I'm raising well beyond that. I just think that will be around the peak of the next bull cycle. So I'm not a lifetime hodler, right? I sell when things are at all-time highs, and I buy when they're 40% or more below all-time highs in things I really believe in, which is really just Ethereum and Bitcoin when it comes down to it. Do people still actually use ETH? That's worse than Doge. How is it worse than Doge? How does anyone use Doge? How do you use it? Ethereum is the biggest crypto network, and it's extremely secure because of its size. What coins do you think will pump? Well, when, Tobias? Do I think they'll pump like today? None. I think everything's going to follow Bitcoin. Everything's going to follow Bitcoin for now. The fees are insane. Yes, well, they are. They obviously need to fix the transaction fee issue, but at these times right now, the network fees are actually really cheap because it's not overloaded. They're really cheap. Like you can do ETH transactions for a couple bucks without losing 100% of, yeah. Does anyone know the difference between POS and proof of work? Yes, proof of stake and proof of work. Proof of work means you mine it. Bitcoin is mined. So is Ethereum currently. When Ethereum does a merge, it's going to move to proof of stake. So mining is how they secure the network, and the new coins get mined as a reward for securing the network. Proof of stake is a different way to secure the network and process transactions, which is also security. They use validators, which is different than mining. So they don't have to solve this algorithm. They just more process transactions and confirm transactions and validity. And they get rewards also, but much smaller than proof of work typically. And that's why after the merge, Ethereum is going to go from 13,000 new Ethereum a day to 1,300. And since we had EIP 1559, it's getting burned. So probably Ethereum is going to turn into a day-to-day deflationary coin, meaning that today, every day, there's going to be less Bitcoin than there was the day before. Ethereum, excuse me. Thanks for the follows coming in. 2030 ETH. Which coin will not survive the bear run? A lot. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if like 80 to 90% of coins disappear and get replaced by new ones. Everyone get out right now. The scam is over. Well, we're entering a bear market. This happens every single time. Lifetime chart of Bitcoin. Bull market, bear market. Bull market, bear market. Bull market, bear market. Bull market. Now we're in a bear market. As you can see, these blue lines are when the halving events happen. It always happens in the same spot, guys. So the peak usually happens about a year after the halving. So April 2025 is the date that I'm looking at for everything that I'm doing right now. When I buy something, I'm thinking, what's it going to be April 2025? Not financial advice. Sharing with you what I'm doing. Algorand and Gala. Algorand I don't understand enough. Gala I love, because if there's one thing that I'm really going to be paying attention to in the bear market, it is blockchain gaming. No doubt about it. And their incorporation of NFTs. Oh my God. That is the one thing that I am really paying attention to. And if you guys have been listening to me for any amount of time, that's not new. You've heard me say this over and over and over. Luna killed me, bought in at 30. At least he didn't buy in at 100. You're welcome, Jay Vera. Thoughts on BNB and where it's headed? I think Binance Coin's going to be around for quite a while. Binance, because it's Binance, the biggest exchange in the world. They are pretty centralized, but I don't necessarily synonymous. I wouldn't say that's synonymous with bad. It's just is what it is. What are good gaming coins? I'm not so focused on the gaming coins as I am on the actual games. But the main ones that I'm looking at now, not that I'm buying any right now, because I think things are going much lower. The only thing I'm buying right now is ETH and Bitcoin. Engine. Because these are things that aren't just one game, which I love just one games too. but we're not quite there yet, although big time I'm highly invested in. Illuvium looks pretty good too, so does Star Atlas if that ever actually comes out. But I'm looking at things that games are going to run on. Engine, Ultra, Veracity, probably Altura. Did I say Ultra? I mean Ultra. Did I say Ultra? Altura. Well, both of them. Meta Ruffy, you're welcome. Meta Ruffy, what a name. Render probably. Maybe Meta Hero. VeChain, I think VeChain's got a very bright future. They have such big network effects in the supply and logistics sector of blockchain. But again, I'm not buying it right now because I think everything's going to go lower in the next 6 to 12 months because of the greater global macroeconomic landscape. So Ethereum and Bitcoin, at these prices, I'm doing some DCA, but I'm mostly in cash. And I have most of my cash sitting in Voyager, getting me 9% on my USDC. If you're in the United States, I highly encourage you to look at Voyager. Click the link in my TikTok bio or the link in description if you're on YouTube. It'll take you to my resources page. Just scroll down a bit, click the link in the bio, resources page, scroll down. Here's Voyager right here. So I'm getting 9% on my USDC coin. I also get interest on Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and Polkadot, although I don't have any of those anymore because I sold them all. But if you want to hold them, you get interest on all that stuff without having to lock it up or stake it or anything like that. I highly encourage you to go look at it. Use my link, use my referral code, or use someone else's referral code. But you got to use someone's referral code because that's the only way you're going to get $25 in free Bitcoin. And you don't get the $25 in free Bitcoin until you deposit or trade $100 in crypto. Cardano, I'm assuming you mean Cardano. Is USDC secure? Good question. I would say USDC is the safest stablecoin there is because it's also the one that these people that say crashed UST, if it's Citadel and BlackRock, those companies are actually invested in USDC. So USDC is kind of the chosen one that these TradFi and the powers that be want to be the winner. So yes, to me it is by far the safest one. And the only reason Tether is so safe is because it's so big, 80 billion in market cap, and DAI is pretty safe too because it's actually backed 1-to-1 with real dollars. Whatever the market cap of DAI is, it's got $1 behind it, and so does USDC. Whatever USDC's market cap is, there is real money backing every single one of those coins, real dollar. Is BUSD secured? I don't know as much about BUSD, but I feel, just do your research on that one. I'm not 100% if that one's backed 1-to-1 with actual real dollars. But I think it is, but do your own research on that. Rumors of Coinbase bankruptcy? No, I don't know what the hell, why they're even talking about that. Thoughts on Sol? Yeah, I like Sol long term, but I'm not buying it right now. Stable coins aren't going to survive. Well, there's always got to be stable coins. I mean, I think there's always got to be a stable coin. There's always got to be a crypto coin that's transactable on the blockchain that is worth $1. There has to be stable coins. And you're thinking, oh, CBDC. Well, it's more complicated than you think. Probably. Relaxed meditation on YouTube where it says, I bought Luna around $29. Will it pump? I'm sad to say, RMM, no. I think Luna is a dead project. I think it is done. And Do Kwon, the founder right now, is literally hiding because he has had so many death threats. Safe to store my coins in Nexo? I don't know much about Nexo. How much Luna do you own? 0. Where do you recommend to stake stablecoins because there's nothing left? I'll tell you where I do it. Most of mine is in USDC coin on Voyager. If you click the link in my bio, there's a link for Voyager, but it's only available to people in the United States. I also still have a decent portion of my stable coins in DeFi. I had some in Anchor, but I pulled it out about 98.5 cents on Monday. Pulled it out. and I put just through that in Voyager, but I still have some in a couple other DeFi protocols that are getting me about 30-some%. But I keep my eye on those, that's for sure. But both of those also, at least half of it is in USDC. So USDC is really the only stable coin that I trust. DAI I do too, but I just think USDC is the one I feel like I have to choose. Thoughts on AMP? I don't have any thoughts on AMP. ZIL, it's a good proposition, but Metaverse is still quite far away to me, like 5 to 10 years away, like maybe closer to 10. So Metaverse as a service, that's interesting. Weird take, Bitcoin UST will replace Bitcoin USDC. Yeah, Voyager is a centralized exchange like Coinbase. It's a publicly traded company. And you can buy and sell cryptos. You can transfer money from your bank to it, all that stuff. But it's only available in the States. Click the link. If you click the link in my TikTok bio, or the link right here, it'll take you to this page right here, my resources page. Scroll down a bit. Here's the link for Voyager. Be sure to use that code so you get free Bitcoin. But I get interest on not just my USDC. I get interest on my Bitcoin and Ethereum and a bunch of other coins. And they pay me, you, the interest on the first of every month. So I just get free Bitcoin and Ethereum dropped to my account. USDC just dropped to my account on the first of every month as my interest payments. I can't even explain to you how much I like Voyager. I like it much more than Coinbase. Although I like Coinbase Pro mostly. But I definitely like Voyager. It is definitely my favorite centralized exchange. And it's a publicly traded company. Daily Cryptable, if CBDCs and stables coexist, it's going to be a weird thing going on. Not really. There will be multiple, and I think USDC will actually probably become the CBDC, because again, creating a CBDC is not as easy as you think it is, as you probably think it is. Just like, do you understand the Federal Reserve is not a government entity, it's a private company? So the US dollar is already made by a private company, not by the government. So for a USDC to be the stablecoin, the CBDC, central bank digital currency, which is not the government digital currency, central bank, which is what the Fed is, private company. So whatever the stablecoin of choice is going to be from a private company, USDC is already way invested in by the people that have a lot of power with the Fed, et cetera, and the current system. So it's kind of the chosen winner, and I have a hard time seeing that not just being the de facto CBDC. Exactly, MH. So this attack on UST is to do multiple things. It was very sophisticated. It wasn't just something like someone goes, oh, look what I can do. No, it was very planned out, weeks, probably about a month and a half ahead of time from what I can tell, because of all the different moves that happened. I made a TikTok video, I think, on that. I also posted in my Discord. Definitely join our Discord. I'm in there a lot. Click the link in the TikTok bio, resources page, Discord right here. It was very coordinated and very planned out, very much so. And it's not conspiracy-like. You can see things on the blockchain. What they did was it was very much a George Soros 1992 move, like he did on the British pound. And so they very much wanted to take down UST because that one was the fastest growing, because it was giving 18%, and so they had to crush it. And it was still low enough in market cap that they could crush it with like $1 billion. So they, especially when they timed it. Here's the big thing. Hear this. So are you guys familiar with Curve Finance? That is the heart of all DeFi, because it is the main stablecoin platform there is, and it's on Ethereum. There's something called the 3 pool, which has USDC, USDT, and DAI in it, right? Those are the 3 main stablecoins. Well, there was going to be something called a 4 pool, and it was going to be USDC, USDT, UST, and Frax. So when Terra Luna, went to pull their UST out of the pool it was in Curve to move it into the 4 pool, in that time, the amount of UST on Curve, the liquidity was very low. By low, I mean $350 million, which is very low, actually. And so this entity waited for their moment to strike, and when that happened, they literally sold $350 million and sucked all the liquidity out of Curve for UST. Then they went over to Binance and they sold $650 million worth of UST, sucking out almost all the liquidity out of Binance too. So all of a sudden it depegged UST and it created panic in the markets and it just crashed. It was very well thought out, coordinated, very sophisticated. We could call it an economic hitman move because that's exactly what it was. And so now that one's gone. Okay, now we're back to USDC, and now you can't do the same thing to Tether because Tether's too big. But you saw some depegging happening last night with Tether, USDT, which is Tether. A lot of rumors about DeFi. It's supposed to be hit hard. Utility is supposed to survive. The utility, DeFi is here to stay, not exactly as it is. Regulate, and it was also for them to push their agenda to, because immediately Janet Yellen comes out, stablecoin regulation. So all of a sudden they're going to get all the support from all these people, and these people that do this too also run the media. So it's the world we live in. There are a very small number of people that actually run it, and they are not really elected officials. They did it under government direction in order to justify regulation. There was definitely coordination, for sure. It's not like, say, Joe Biden knew or something like that, but like, say, Janet Yellen, who's the Secretary of Treasury, and other people, like they just. But the reality is, we can't fight them, not really. So I just kind of think, what are they going to do? Where do they want us to go? And I try to just get there as early as possible, because I can't beat them. Over time, we can change things slowly, which is what we're doing. But the reality is, they can come in and they can just assassinate like that in 48 hours. Look what they did. Have some paranoia. Next time things pump up and you get all excited, like things are just going to go up forever. What happens is we literally get drunk. We get drunk with the bull market. We get drunk with it. Don't get drunk. I'm saying this to myself too. Ivan, couldn't really sell my alts as I'm down. Makes no sense to sell at a loss. I disagree. I disagree with that, Ivan. Because I think it's gonna go lower. So if you sell at this point and you want to buy back in as it goes lower, but I understand what you're saying. We went down so much right now that maybe right now is not time. I actually do think that we are going to have a bit of a leg up, but it's going to be temporary, and we're going to come down lower than we are now within the next 6 months. That's my thesis, my opinion. A lot of game-changing news coming in. Let's Get It says, don't listen to this dude if you don't know how to trade. Okay. Do not sell at a loss. I didn't say sell at a loss. I said it can make sense to sell at a loss. When Luna hit 100 and it went down to like 85 and it started crashing and all of a sudden it hit 70, 60, 50, would have it made sense to sell at a loss? If things are going to go lower, and for all you know, projects you're in right now are literally going to go to zero and disappear before we hit the next bull market. Does it make sense to sell at a loss? I sold lots of alts at a loss, and now I'm sitting in cash. I sold a couple weeks ago. Guess what? The markets went down a ton. It made a lot of sense to sell that stuff. Not saying to do it. I'm just saying, giving you both sides of the coin. This is the way you make your assessment. Crypto's going back up. It is here to stay. I'm not a hodler. I'm not a hodler. I sell. This is important to remember, in my opinion. When things hit all-time highs, instead of being so drunk with the bull market, sell some stuff. You don't need to sell it all, but take some profits, because it will go back down a lot more than you probably imagined. It happens every time. And then when we get low, that's when you buy, and you just wait. You wait for the next bull market because it's pretty predictable because of the Bitcoin halving. But Ethereum and Bitcoin are the only two things that I really am completely fine holding forever, basically. But I don't do that because, but again, I also trade, which is not buying and selling and buying and selling. I trade, which means I don't spend any money. and I get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free, even when the price goes down. Like the price went down a lot these past few days. I made a lot of money. I got a lot of free Bitcoin and Ethereum because the price went down so hard. If you want to learn how to do that, click the link in my TikTok bio and take my free masterclass. Let's look at some questions here. What do you think of Hive and Hut mining stocks? Mining stocks are interesting, but I don't really buy many stocks. One thing that I am really looking at, though, is I'm thinking in this macroeconomic landscape, what makes sense? To me, I think commodities such as wheat and soybeans make a lot of sense because the supply issues are not good right now, right? And we also have increasing oil to move to plant food, to harvest food, to process food, to transport food. Everything costs gas to do that. And we're also, in Ukraine creates a lot of wheat, right? So they're not producing much wheat this year. And we've had other droughts and problems around the world too. So something I'm really looking at are food commodities. Because I think that they're going to go up quite a bit. Because listen, even though inflation it's high, yes, but they're pushing it down and they're raising the value of the dollar. That money, they do that two ways. They raise interest rates, so they lower the demand for new money. And they also sell bonds, so they suck money out of the economy. But people have to go towards what they most need to buy, and what's that going to be? Like, what? First of all, what are they going to cut first? Actually, I took a thing yesterday. I was watching CNBC, and they were showing these polls, and they were asking people, what are the things that you're going to cut if things get tighter? The first thing they would cut is dining out. Another thing was like subscriptions. Another thing was driving. Another thing was vacations. So these types of things, you expect them to take extra hard hits. But then what they didn't ask is, well, what are you going to have to buy? It's kind of obvious. You got to buy food, right? And if food prices go up, what are you going to do? Not eat? You're just not going to dine out. You're going to buy groceries. So I'm also thinking maybe grocery stores are a good one to invest in. I'm really looking at food because people got to pay for food. And to me, food, well, energy, right? Food is energy, human energy. And then oil is energy for the rest of robots, right? Cars, machines, stuff like that. So energy for machines and energy for humans. To me, those are the things that people are always going to, when push comes to shove, that's where money's going to have to always go first. And we're moving into a time where spending money on things we don't need is going to take hard hits. And couple that with the prices of energy, machine energy and human energy, oil and food, gas and food, is going to be going up because of supply chain issues and fuel going up, right? Fuel going up, machine fuel, is going to also raise the price to produce food. So that's what makes sense to me. Also, probably precious metals, because people are scared and they move into precious metals. And I think gold is pretty low. I'm a crypto guy, but listen, I'm forced to look at other things. And as I'm here to try to help you, and plus I'm just interested in this stuff anyway, so it's fascinating to me. A lot of comments on YouTube. Angela says, cut your losses now. Muhammad says, Bitcoin's dipping. More from here, probably within the next 6 months for sure. I'm looking out a little further. I think we will have a pump come in because the prices are just too attractive. Because that's what makes bottoms, is that the prices become too attractive and you get more buyers than sellers. And now we're at a point where you guys are saying it perfectly. People don't really want to sell and take these losses, but people are also like, I kind of want to buy some because it's so cheap. If you understand crypto at all, you know the Bitcoin halving's coming in less than 2 years. You got the Ethereum Merge probably within the next year, and it's just like, I want to buy these things. I'm buying some because these prices are like, I can't believe how fast we got here, and I think we will go lower, and I'm okay with that. Daily cost average. My opinions, not financial advice. You do you, boo. Take a loan and buy a lot now. I would not do that. Enjoy the sales. I agree. If you understand crypto, you'll get out. You'll get out of unsure projects, right? In the bear market, the truth reigns supreme. In a bull market, it's all hype and speculation. The truth doesn't matter. Being scammed by Wall Street, yeah, that's been for longer than any of us have been alive. Mr. Uni, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I agree. Don't take out a loan, please. Unless, my opinion, if you have real estate and you were to go get a loan on the equity for your house and take that capital and let it chill or invest it in something else, that might make sense, but not crypto. Not right now, not in a bear market like this. Refinance your house. I wouldn't refinance it because interest rates have been going up, so odds are if you were going to refinance your house, you definitely should have refinanced. I'm not talking about refinancing. I'm talking about if you have equity, actually just go get an equity loan and take that capital. Not financial advice. I'm just throwing out ideas, opinions. Take that capital and maybe sit on it. Maybe throw it in Voyager, in USDC coin, a portion of it, and get yourself 9% interest. Like, that's actually truly, in my opinion, that's safe. 9%, because everything the Fed and the government is doing is to increase the value of the dollar. So this is, most of the time we have inflation and the value of the dollar goes down. But in times like this, when things get too bad, all the power and resources go to increasing the value of the dollar. So if you have dollars right now, that's a good spot to be in, because all the powers of the world are working to increase the value of that one thing for this temporary time frame till inflation comes back down and everything levels out, which could be at least a couple years, frankly. Cash is king right now, MH. It really is. Is that always the case? No. Cash is trash most of the time. But in times like this, cash is king. Because as these assets go down, as Bitcoin and Ethereum, stocks, Apple, Amazon, as everything goes down, all of a sudden, you can buy a lot more of it with your cash. So your cash is a lot more valuable. The first thing to bleed is crypto, because it's highly liquid and it's very speculative. It doesn't have as much utility. Not that stocks have utility, but they're with companies people understand more and they've been around longer. There's more trust and blah, blah, blah in them. So crypto's the first thing to bleed, and it bleeds the hardest. Where we're at currently, 9% yearly, Amboy, 9% yearly, which is fantastic. 9% a month would be really sketchy. When crypto bleeds, we come into bandage. We do. Youngblood, thanks for the follow. If you want to get the 9%, click the link in the bio. It's only available for people in the United States. The link will take you to this page. Here's Voyager. Also, you get interest on Bitcoin and Ethereum too, and other cryptos, right? So I'm just sitting there getting a lot of interest. And I'm also have some stable coins in DeFi. I had some in Anchor, but I pulled that out thankfully on Monday when it hit 98.5 cents. I was like, this looks sketchy. I'm getting out. But I still have a couple other DeFi protocols that I'm getting 30-some% on. But I'd say most of my stable coins are sitting in Voyager now, getting me 9% in USDC. And then all of my Bitcoin and Ethereum is sitting in Voyager right now, getting me 4 to 4.5%. So on the first of every month, I get free Bitcoin and Ethereum dropped in my account. Free USDC cash dropped in my account. They also pay interest on other cryptos too, like Cardano, etc. Big drip coming again, another Fed rate hike. There should be another one in June, mid-June, and there should be another one in late July. They plan on doing a 0.5 for each of them, and I think we will see both of those realized. Because things are getting bad and bloody and nasty, but the Fed is just so overdue that they have to have more austerity. They have to be able to endure more pain, because if they don't, then the alternative is that everything collapses. Over here on YouTube, Mohammed's asking, is digital bits a good buy? I don't know what digital bits is. Probably not. In a bear market, man, you got to be extra sketchy about things. Luna went from 750 million coins to 3.5 billion coins in a week, in less than a week. Yeah, because UST is redeemable. $1 of UST is redeemable for $1 of Luna. So that is how much Luna you get back from that is dependent on the price of Luna. If Luna is worth $1, you get a Luna for your UST. If Luna is worth $10, you get 0.1 Luna. If Luna is worth a penny, you're getting 100 Luna for 1 UST. And since UST is at like 30, 40 cents, you're really only getting like 40 Luna, which again is worth a penny. And liquidity is hard to find anywhere right now. You can't get it on Coinbase, can't get it on Binance, probably can't get it on Voyager, probably can't. I feel so bad for everyone that got. And I just think, I guarantee there's people that like talk their parents and grandparents and et cetera into putting a good portion of their savings into Anchor. oh my God, I don't even want to hear those stories. It just breaks my heart so much. I'm anticipating a Great Depression again. SPY on 250 maybe. How do I make 80K to 500K? What do you mean? You get paid more, I guess. You mean in crypto? Well, you invest in the bear market and you sell in the bull market. Would be my best answer. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Fanny, thanks for the follow. By the way, give your boy a follow if you're not following me yet. Lots of good stuff coming out here. Boy, we're almost at 10,000 likes. Could you guys smash that thing and send us over 10,000? Do I see Luna coming back after this? I absolutely do not. I absolutely 100% do not. And I feel very sorry for you if you were affected by this significantly. Can you lose money in the USDC? To me, that's by far the most safe stable coin. It's backed by real dollars, right? So it's actually, each USDC coin is actually worth $1 real. And it's the stable coin that the powers that be support. So it's the chosen one. It's so that all those things, yeah. Can you talk about Kadena? Not really. I don't really want to. Shiba, I don't really want to talk about that either. Right now, guys, I'm just sharing with you my thoughts. And my thought is, don't really pay attention to anything other than Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you're a maxi on something, if you're part of the XRP army, like you gotta leave your prejudices at the door. Well, you're a Bitcoin Ethereum maxi. No, I'm not. It's just the data, obviously. Like XRP, I believe in long term, but I just don't think right now is the time to be. I only have so much capital. We all do. So where do I go? I'm going to go with the two big dogs. I'm going to go with the store of value, the digital gold, and I'm going to go with the new internet, Ethereum, the new layer of the internet, the Web 3.0 layer, which is Ethereum. Well, someone might overtake it. They might, but the network effects, man, it has so much more adoption than all the other layer ones combined. It just doesn't matter. Will there be other layer ones? Yes. It's like looking at Tom Brady led Patriots in their height against a junior high football team. Like the odds of that junior high football team don't look good. Could they win? I guess if some weird miracle happened and Tom Brady broke his leg and everyone else on the team did too, and then they had to forfeit. That's like the only way it happens. That's where I'm sitting with Ethereum compared to all the other layer ones. How long do you think we'll be in a bear market? The best question there would be, when do we bottom? And normally I would say within about a year of the peak. So I would say probably about the end of summer, end of this year. But with the greater global macroeconomic, nasty, dirty, filthy, gross landscape that we're in, who knows? I think 6 to 12 months we hit a bottom, but it could be more. It could be 18 months. I think things are, and be excited about it. That's what I would say, my opinion. I'm very excited about that because it provides the opportunity to make a shitload of money by April 2025, because the next Bitcoin halving is in March 2024, which really kicks into high gear the bull market. And so about a year later is about when we peak. So about April 2025 is when I'm looking at. Everything I do right now is based on April 2025. Everything I do is looking 3 years out, a little less than 3 years out from right now. Every single thing I do. Can you explain what dollar cost average is? It's just making periodic buys of something so that your average cost is lowered. So if I buy Ethereum at 3,000 and I buy it at 2 and I buy it at 1, my average cost is going to be 2, right? Because I paid 3,000 and 2,000 and 1,000, so I paid 6,000 and I got 3 Ethereum. So my average cost would be 2 Ethereum or 2,000. DCA for a year or wait until bottom? I can't give advice like that. I more DCA at certain points. We have definitely hit a point of buying for where I think the price will be in April 2025. Not where it is today, not where I think it's going to be next week or even at the end of this year, April 2025. I'm buying, projecting where the price is going to be in 3 years. So would it be good to buy $250 a month of Bitcoin until 2025? In my opinion, yes. Why take crypto out of Coinbase? Is it not safe in Coinbase? Did I say take it out of Coinbase? I prefer to have it in Voyager because I get interest, and Voyager is just as safe as Coinbase. I think Coinbase is very safe. I think Voyager is just as safe, but I get interest over there. 9% on my USDC, 4.5% on my Bitcoin, 4% on my Ethereum, and interest on other cryptos too, but I don't have any other altcoins right now. I'm literally in Ethereum, Bitcoin, and USDC. That is the only things I have right now. XRP in 3 years, $100? Maybe it is. If you think that, then you should be buying XRP if that's what you think, for sure. Again, I encourage you to just be real. Be painfully real with yourself. Be willing to say, I have been wrong and I have been drunk with the ethos of these communities, with the bull market. It has made me drunk and delusional. Be able to say that to yourself. And then cut stuff. Just cut stuff you don't think is going to be worth a crap load more in 2025. And just put it into things that you do. It's all about probabilities though. Nothing's ever guaranteed. If you have your own wallet, it's better. I agree with that. Absolutely. Having a ledger with like your MetaMask, having a ledger is the safest. But I consider Coinbase and Voyager, barring absolute highly, highly, highly improbable things, very safe. XRP is one of the most garbage communities there is. You're entitled to your opinion. I think that if you get too caught up in a community, you lose objectivity. You lose your sense of intelligence, no matter what, right? Guys, if you're in religion, you can only see things through that part of the prism. If you are in a certain political party, all of a sudden you can only see things through that angle of the prism. And you really cut yourself off from objectivity. And it's going to be hard. So if you get caught up too much in, say, a crypto community, you can lose objectivity, the reason. Love, I would say a lot more of this is lust, but yes, that's very true. Yeah, of course. What should we do if we have UST still? See where you can sell it, in my opinion. You get the fever. It's a fever. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. It's a fever. And you don't even know. Like, to me, I say you get drunk. You get drunk. And you keep drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. And you like drinking until it hurts too bad. And you wake up with a hangover and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I got so drunk. By the way, I don't drink alcohol anymore. Used to. Other questions. You can't say XRP is garbage when they signed a deal with Japan's car dealership. Yeah, I don't think XRP is garbage at all. They have, again, just like I feel about USDC, XRP is already the chosen one for global settlements in terms of the rails and the actual XRP coin. Like, they're already in with these big, powerful people and organizations of the world. Central banks. Like, XRP's chosen. Whether even if a better piece of tech comes out, it kind of doesn't matter. These are my opinions. Uphold's fine. Yeah, that's where I buy XRP, although I'm not buying any right now. Uphold is where I always bought XRP, also where I sold my XRP a couple weeks ago. Let's see here. Never risk more than you can afford to lose. I feel like that's good advice. Because again, when we get too drunk, we just start pulling money out of the ATM, borrowing money. You're getting crazy. Take profits. Tax issues with moving everything to USDC. Why would that be? Because no matter what you do, you move it to, which means you're selling. It doesn't matter what you move it to. If you're selling, you're going to have to do taxes with that. But odds are at this point, you're probably taking losses. So you're not paying taxes on your losses. You can't withdraw Solana, nothing from Uphold. I'm pretty sure I've transferred stuff out of Uphold, but I haven't used it much, so I couldn't say for sure. So MH, maybe you're right. Shizer says not if you take a loss. Yeah, I mean, if you're taking a loss. But would you rather pay, even if somehow you got still some profit sitting around, you're probably not paying much in taxes. And I'd rather pay some taxes on some profits than watch this shit go lower, because I just don't see a world where it's not going lower. I just don't. I don't mean today. I don't mean tomorrow. But I mean in the next 6 months. I really encourage you to use this time, because patience is the most valuable thing, one of the most valuable things in the bear market. And patience can be hard if you're just want to be active. Use that energy to go really research projects, to really go start understanding, especially in the environment we're in, macroeconomics. Go start to understand what's all this hubbub about the Fed interest rate, and what is them selling bonds, and what effects does that have, and go spend this time to build up your intelligence asset, which is the most important asset we have. Maybe time is more valuable. Thank you, Garner, for the follow. Maybe when they develop mortgages and shit, what happened, learn from your losses. Absolutely learn from your losses. Write them down and amend your strategies, right? When we get into a bull market, that's what I'm saying to you right now, when things are low as hell. I'm saying April 2025, roughly, give or take a few months. Take your goddamn profits. Get a tattoo on your wrist. Take profits. Or else you're just getting drunk and you're partying too much. And then you're going to wake up with a real bad hangover. Welcome to today. Crypto Banner just gave me a heart on YouTube. Thanks, buddy. We'll be having Ran on here next week. We're working out a time with him. We'll be having Ran from Crypto Banter. Crypto Man Ran. We'll be having him on here doing a live stream. We'll do it by about 8:30 in the morning sometime next week. We haven't picked a day yet, but it'll be Monday through Friday somewhere. I'll keep you updated. But we usually go live here at noon Pacific Standard Time on TikTok and YouTube. Punk Panda, I hate hangovers too. That's why I quit drinking almost a year ago now. I'm saving all my fiat and waiting until end of summer to buy bottoms and hopefully start the bull run. I can't say that's a terrible plan, because all the power of the Fed and the government are going towards making the dollar worth more, which inversely makes assets worth less. Crypto is at the very front of that to bleed the hardest, because it's the newest. It's highly liquid. It's very speculative. It's not as established as everything else. So it's going to bleed first, and you see it over and over. What do I think about Amazon stock? I think that's going to go lower too. They're going to. I live in Seattle, and Amazon headquarters is here. Literally, Amazon headquarters is less than a mile from my front door. Look, C says I quit drinking 11 weeks ago. Good for you. And now I just drink Spindrift and kombucha because I enjoy them. I still like having something with a little bite at night, but I just realize I can't even tell you how much more productive I've been and how much happier I've been. I've changed. Not that I got drunk. I never really got drunk. Well, when I was in college, for sure. But I'd have 2, 3, maybe 4 beers almost every night, or maybe 3/4 of a bottle of wine. And all of a sudden, all that time I was spent drinking and thinking about, oh, I can't wait to drink tonight, and waking up in the morning not feeling 100%. It's just, what a waste. It's crazy how you change. So 11 weeks in, I'm sure you've already noticed some changes. Can you say Safe Moon? Come on. If anybody still, but that's a good way of thinking of getting drunk. People were drunk as hell on Safe Moon, and anyone that could look objectively at it all was like, this is a massive scam. And if you've been listening to me for any amount of time, what do I say? I say anything with the word safe or moon in it is a scam. Stay away. Dejamin, what's up, buddy? You quit drinking in 2014. It's awesome, in my opinion. Dejamin is quite active in our Discord community. I really highly recommend you coming over and checking us out in Discord. Click the link in the TikTok bio. It'll take you to the resources page here. Just scroll down a bit. There's the link for the Discord. By the way, in a little bit, I'm going to be giving away a step-in activation code. Go join. I got to change it. It's not a raffle. It's just a giveaway, right? It's free. Go enter that. We'll be drawing that here very shortly, literally within probably a few minutes. So go. You still time to enter. Go enter if you would like a step-in activation code. It's not like hundreds of people have entered. Usually about 20, 30 people enter, so your chances are pretty good. Mostly just whining in there lately, though. Oh well, it's okay. It's good to have people to talk to. Like I'm not going anywhere. I'm the daily crypto bull. Like I'm always paying attention to crypto, and that's the message. One of my messages is like, just do not stop paying attention. This market, you think it's bad now? You wait. It is a mean biatch, and it will try to shake you out and make you want to leave it. It tests you. This is nothing. There will be more moments like this that shake you out. Literally shake. Telling you that right now. So where you are, have conviction. Only be where you have. Where do I have conviction? Bitcoin and Ethereum and USDC. I have conviction in those three. You can't shake me out of that. You can't shake me out of those. Very unlikely. We are in crypto winter for sure, but I think we're in possibly the nastiest crypto winter we've ever seen because of the greater macro global economic landscape. You have such a peaceful crypto vibe. We need you in this space. Appreciate you, Jojo. I'm glad I'm able to help you here. You gave me goosebumps. I appreciate kind words. It's currency to me. Are you investing in crypto gaming? Crypto Tracker, welcome back in. Absolutely. That is. Now, I'm not necessarily. I do have some investment in big time, right? If you're unfamiliar, let me make myself smaller so the YouTube people can see. This is big time right here. This is the marketplace. Big time. Let me click here real quick. I'm invested in this. Early access gold passes, so it's only 1,000 people can play right now. But on May 17th, the silver passes will be able to go in, which is about another 4,000 people, and I have a silver pass. So I will start playing it next week, although technically my brother is playing because I don't have a PC. This is only a PC game currently, and he's actually a gamer, so he has a whole strong gaming setup on his PC. But look at the marketplace here, right? One of my biggest investments was that pass to get in early, but I have a small Exalted. I paid definitely more than that. I think that's a steal. I'm disgusted that I originally paid like $2,800 for this. It's gone down. I don't care. Because what I'm going to be able to do with space is make NFTs like this, like buy this NFT and turn it into an Exalted NFT. This is a very rare. There's not many of these at all. So I have this. I have a rare space too. But as we play next week, we're going to get NFTs, and look at what some of them are going for. Like, look at this epic one. $800, right? And you're getting these while you play the game, and you also get space when you play the game. I will be with the silver pass. You can get either rare or epic space. Anyways, so this is a game I'm very, very big on. It's a AAA badass game. Look into it. It's a very, very high potential game. Very. It's not play to earn. It's not play to earn. You're not playing it just to earn money. You're playing it because it's a freaking fun game. It's a lot like World of Warcraft and Diablo 2. It's that style of game, and it's good. But it's incorporated NFTs into it and blockchain. But you don't really even notice that you're even using that stuff, which is what also has to be done. Because it's got to be easy to use. You can't even, to make it be successful, people can't even know that's what they're using. But we'll be in the marketplace there, we'll be able to sell, and having space like I do, I will be able to take NFTs and change them into Exalted, which is the rarest level, and be able to sell those in the marketplace. So I will be a manufacturer of Exalted NFTs. God, I wish I would, because damn it, I should buy some more. I should buy some more space, because that those prices are getting just way too sexy to me. And I bought my space for like $2,800. Okay. And I think that's a steal, because look at what these NFTs are going for. They're not as rare as Exalted. Granted, I don't know what things are actually going to end up pricing out at by the time I get to do that. Don't care. I don't think it will take long for me to get my money back at all. And I could always sell my space too, which I don't plan on doing. That is their land, but it's actually usable. Right? You use it to forge NFTs. You use it to make your own pocket universe. Like it's legit. It is. Their space is the most legit metaverse land I've ever seen, because it's you just own it in the game. And it's a very fun game that will get growing adoption. People want to play this, but they're in early access right now. So only 1,000 people are in it. And then when I go in next week, I'll be next to the next 4,000 people that get to play, and then the Jade passes go in, and there are another 8,000, and then the Ruby passes for a week. So I get it all to myself, me and the Gold passes. So about 5,000 of us get this game all to ourselves for the next 4 weeks, starting May 17th. So if you want to get involved in that, check it out. I recommend going to YouTube. There's a channel I like called Big Time Intel. They have some very good in-game streaming action, and I really recommend watching that. You'll learn a lot by watching that. What's the game? It's Big Time. Big Time. BigTime.gg is their site. And if you do buy a pass, buy it on OpenSea. Don't buy it in the Big Time marketplace because it's cheaper on OpenSea. And it has a little blue check, so you know you're buying the right one. And buy it from the early access collection, because they have 2 collections. Buy it from the early access collection. For some reason, even though the passes are the same, and in both collections, the ones in the early access are a little cheaper. I don't know why. If you had 50K, how would you spread that over Metaland, NFT, crypto? If I had 50K, here's what I would do. I would keep most of it in USDC and put it in Voyager and get 9%. And then I would buy a little Ethereum and a little Bitcoin. So numbers, I'd probably put 30 to 40K in USDC coin on Voyager and get my 9%. And I would take the remaining 10 to 20 and put probably 2/3 of it in Ethereum and 1/3 of it in Bitcoin. That's what I would do. And then if you want to take a little bit and get involved in some gaming stuff, but just really do your research. Like Big Time is a AAA studio game. It's the first blockchain AAA game. So I'm putting some in it. What's your advice on buying Luna? I am avoiding Luna, and I think Luna is a completely dead project. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. I bought it for pennies. I'm holding. Fuck it. Well, I mean, that's fine if you want to do that, because you know what your downside is. You can't go much below a penny. You know, and if it goes up some, you can make some. And odds are it might go up a penny or two. Maybe you make some money there. Not a bad play. I'm just not touching it. UST keeps trying to go up. Yeah, I mean, they're still trying to fix it. Should I sell my Bitcoin and Ethereum now and then buy back in later? I can't give you that kind of advice, but I wouldn't do that. Yeah, Luna destroyed trust. Yeah, how could you trust that? Why would you ever put money back in that? It's over. Bought like $20 worth and staked it. Is USDT completely dead? Why would you say that? Why would USDT be dead? Am I missing something? USDT did break peg a bit last night, but last I checked, it was doing pretty good. Yeah, it's back to 99.5 cents. It did go down here to about 94 cents last night, which was interesting. But USDT is mostly, they say everyone's backed by $1. I don't know about that. I think they mostly are, though. But USDC is the one to me to mostly be in. And back to that 50K question, if you click the link in my TikTok bio, right, this link here, I have my crypto resources page. The link for Voyager is right here. Be sure to use this code. You'll get $25 of free Bitcoin if you do. But in my Ethereum, what I didn't say is my Ethereum and Bitcoin that I'd buy them on Voyager and I'd leave them on Voyager, because you also get interest on your Bitcoin and Ethereum right here on Voyager without having to stake it or lock it up. Listen to me. If you're in the United States, get a Voyager account. Don't not do it. Go download the app. It's a publicly traded company. Not financial advice, my opinion. That's what I would tell myself. That's what I would tell my mother. I have. My mother has a Voyager account. My lady, my partner, she does. Everyone I know, I've made them get Voyager accounts. I kind of am involved in crypto a bit, and I kind of test out about every damn thing under the sun. And it's just, that's, if you're in America, because it's the only place you can be to use it, you gotta have it, in my opinion. And by the way, since we're about DCAing, one of the best ways to DCA is to have a Bitcoin rewards card. I use the Fold card. This is the one that I found that has the highest Bitcoin rewards. Not sponsored, but Fold. If anyone listening from Fold wants to sponsor me, I will accept it. I will do what I'm already doing, but you'll just give me money too. Anyways, I get about 2.5% back on this in Bitcoin. So I buy groceries, pay for my phone bill, I buy gas, rent, whatever. I get 2.5% roughly back. And when I buy gift cards through it too, I get about 7% back when I buy Amazon gift cards. So when I go buy a $100 Amazon gift card, I get $7 of Bitcoin. Click the link in the bio. It's on the resources page. You gotta scroll down a bit. It's down towards the bottom. This is the fold card right here. What else? What are questions we got here? Invest in steel and wood, not crypto. Not a bad idea. Seriously, not a bad idea. In this time frame, not a bad idea. You should call your bank and then away Voyager. Voyager, it is a bank. Coinbase is a bank. These are banks. They're just a new type of bank. And it gives me 9% interest on my cash, USDC coin, and pays me interest on my other crypto assets. Like on the first of every month, I get Bitcoin and Ethereum, USDC dropped to my account. And if you want to hold other alts, they pay interest on most other alts also. Many other alts, I should say. It wasn't the BlockFi card, no, it's the Fold card. It pays better than the BlockFi card. Better rewards. How can I analyze the financial statements to this Bitcoin investment? Do they exist? I'm not sure what you're asking. I love those sales. I love red days. Me too, for the most part. How low does XRP go? Lower, in my opinion. Eventually. Crazy thing. Stake and get paid. Ace, what's up, buddy? By the way, if you guys haven't hit the follow button, give your boy a follow. I'll be keeping you abreast during the entire bear market and, well, forever. Do Metabours coins have a big future? Yes and no. Some, but not most. Which ones? I don't know. Sand is probably the best bet. ETH to hit 1,500, I think it eventually will. This week, maybe not, but within the next 6 months, I think it goes lower than that. My pockets are loaded thanks to the bear market. Well, I'm glad to hear you're benefiting from it. Anything good about Coinbase? Yeah, there's good stuff about Coinbase. I think it's very secure. And but when I use Coinbase, I mostly use Coinbase Pro. Sand, Gala, Engine. I like those. I also like Ultra. I also like Altura. I also like Veracity. But you basically kind of said I'm like Engine, Gala. Those would probably be, actually you probably named it Crypto Tracker. Those are probably my top 3 metaverse gaming general ones, and they all do different things. You're welcome, DJ. When it does, I'll burn full ETH. What? Why would you burn ETH? Buy. Okay. Balance statements, cash flow, income statement on the Bitcoin investment. I'm not sure. Dave, you're talking about mine? You want me to give you my statements and cash flow, etc.? Is that what you're talking about? I will definitely not do that. Although I think you're asking something else, but I don't understand what it is. Sand has a good shot, in my opinion, because Animoca Brands is behind it, and Animoca Brands and Gala are the 2 blue chip gaming companies in blockchain. But you can't buy Animoca. Animoca doesn't have a coin, but they have a lot of different games. Them and Gala both have a lot of different games. Animoca has the most. They have Sandbox. They have Rev. They have their hand in basically everything you can think of. Axie. Even Decentralized. Their hand is in basically everything. Hell, that's who worked with Bored Apes, Yuga Labs, to make the Metaverse, the other side. Animoca Brands. That's who makes Sandbox. Mines of Delarnia. That seems to be a pretty popular game. I actually did the IDO for Mines of Delarnia, and I got some coins. I still have... No, I sold them. Sold them all for the damn other side land. I think I did anyways. Not that I had much. Thought Animoca was FTX? No, they're definitely not. What do you think about GMT? I'm still walking every day. I got my step, and we're going to be giving away that code here in a second. Actually, let me go. I'm going to call it. If it is your last chance to go join the step-in code, click the link in the bio, and it takes you to my resources page. Here's the step-in activation code giveaway. So let me go see where I can find. Yeah, here's what it looks like to enter on desktop anyways. Where the hell? I gotta go actually download the list. Come on. I gotta go download the list of people that entered. Computer's not moving very good for some reason. Get off me. Let's go down here. Actually, I should probably just go to contacts. Let me just get these real quick. We will go speak later. 7 days. Go with, where is the step in? Here we go. All right. So you're going to download this list. Then we're going to spin them on the random wheel and see who wins for the step-in code. We're going to go here. Looks like we have about 39 entrants. So we'll go there, we'll go to the wheel of names, delete all these, go here. We're going to spin it. How many times should we spin it for the winner? Should we just spin it once, twice, or 3 times? Throw it in the chat. Once, twice, or 3 times. I see 3 from Tracker, 2. I think 3's winning so far. I don't have any mana currently. 4, probably not. I think 3's enough. Just entered. I hope you got in there in time because I just took the list. All right, looks like 3 is a consensus, so we'll spin it 3 times. Here comes 1. Let me try to get those emails off the screen. So there's 1. Fortunately, that is not the winner. I apologize if that's you, but the people voted. We're gonna spin it 3 times. Here comes the second spin. There's that one. So this one right here is the real winner. 3 times. Whoever it lands on here is the actual winner of the step-in activation code, and I will email you the code. Looks like this person is the winner. So I will email that person. Let me copy it. Actually, let me screenshot it. There we go. Money, money, money. All right. That's that. Be sure to check out the resources page, this free masterclass, how I get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free when the price goes, even when the price goes down. What other questions we got here? I could probably stay on for a few more minutes. Crypto Tracker says, hit up Crypto Tracker if you want an activation code. Apparently he gets one daily. I get one about every day too. That's why I'm giving them away on here. But I only have one, so how am I going to do it? So people have to enter so I can figure out who gets it, and then I spin the random wheel. I imagine if it's investment, it must have financial statements I can analyze. David, you're like really new to crypto, huh? Not really. Here's the financial statement. This is the lifetime chart. Bitcoin's not a company. It's completely decentralized. It's like asking for financial statements from the company of gold. Gold doesn't have a company. This is the lifetime chart of Bitcoin. This is the financial statement. 13 years of Bitcoin. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Now we're going down. And these blue lines here are when the Bitcoin halving events happen, because Bitcoin gets mined. So when these halving events happen, the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined per day gets cut in half. As you can see, price takes off after these blue lines, and then we go bull market, bear market, bull market, bear market, bull market. Now we're in a bear market. Here's the next blue line. I definitely expect price to go up after the next halving, as it always has. Supply and demand type stuff. I hope that's helpful. Definitely join our Discord. Link in bio, take you to the resources page, scroll down a bit, join our Discord. I'm in there a lot. You can literally have conversations with me and other good people in there. It's not a very big community. It's growing, obviously. Over on YouTube, Ivan says, sorry, I'm behind on video. If we anticipate pumping up in the next 3 months, would it make sense to DCA if I'm down a lot right now? It can possibly limit the losses. I don't expect pumping in the next 3 months. I think in the next 6 to 12, maybe even 18 months, we go lower. But I think at the prices we're at, if you understand where we're actually going in, say, 3 years, I think now's a fantastic time to be buying some, but not to make money quickly. Look out 3 years. The date. Here's the date that I'm using. This is my opinion, not financial advice. Every single freaking thing I do right now is looking at April 2025. Where do I think the price is going to be of what I'm buying in April 2025? That's what I'm doing. And if you go talk with anyone else, but go listen to other people, get other opinions. I bet many of them will like this plan. But do your own research, obviously, and I really mean that, not just something I'm saying because I have to. Do it. In a bear market, you have time. Patience is a virtue, and patience can drive you nuts. So use your energy to research and build that skill that's called intelligence and awareness, and do research. 1 mil Bitcoin, 180K ETH by 2025, according to Kathy Wood. Well, she thinks 1 million Bitcoin by 2030 and 180. That was by 2030, which I could see based on adoption rates. I don't think that happens by 2025. I try to be conservative. I think Ethereum will probably easily be 10K by April 2025 and Bitcoin 100K. I'm being very conservative. So when I buy something at these prices today, right, I'm buying Ethereum under 2K and I think it's going to easily be 10K in 3 years. How is that not an investment to take? These are my opinions, not financial advice. Bitcoin being at 25, 30K and it's going to be 100K in 3 years, like, you could do pretty well if you do that, in my opinion. And that keeps growing over time. I say April 2025 because I sell crypto. And I think that April 2025 will be roughly the top of the bull market. Because usually the bull market hits a top around a year to a year and a half after the halving. And I expect that to continue, roughly. 3 to 5 is conservative numbers. It is. So I feel like it's important to be conservative. If it outperforms, good. I think it's probable that it outperforms that, hence conservative. Does USDC pay interest on Coinbase? It does not. Or if it does, it's like 0.15% or something. You get 9% on Voyager. Voyager is a centralized exchange. It is a public company, just like Coinbase, in the United States, but it's only for United States people currently. 9%. Click the link in my bio, go to the resources page, use that Voyager link and my referral code. Use someone else's referral code if you want, but you got to use somebody's so that you get $25 in free Bitcoin. But I also get interest on Bitcoin and Ethereum on Voyager. I'm repeating myself, but new people are hopping on the stream all the time, so I have to repeat myself. So on the first of every month, I get free Bitcoin dropped to my account, free Ethereum, free USDC, and a bunch of other cryptos too. I'm not in any of them, but you'd get free Cardano, free Solana, free Avalanche, free Polkadot, etc. Just dropped in your account on the first of every month. And it's not some scam site. It's Voyager. It's a publicly traded company in the United States of America, just like Coinbase. To me, it's as safe as it comes. Favorite Metabours projects? Probably Sandbox. Is your goal 9 shoes or 30 shoes? I don't have that goal currently because of the market. I have 3, and I'm just going to grind. I'm just going to chill with those for a while. So I don't really have a goal of that because, again, I think the market's going lower, so I don't know how much I want to invest in more step and shoes because my first objective is to get my money back. I will get more shoes, but I want to get my money back for the 3 first, and then I will start taking profits after that to probably invest more in the protocol. That's my current thought at the moment, subject to change. You think Luna can come back or it's dead? I think it's dead. And I feel very, very confident about that. Where is that free drips? Oh, you mean the free Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC drops? They're not drops. They're interest payments. So if you click the link in the TikTok bio, and if you don't know, do you know how to? All you need to do is click my name wherever it is, there or wherever. Click my name, and a thing will pop up. Click my logo. My logo will pop up. Click it, and it'll take you to this page. Click this link. That takes you to my resources page. Now, if you scroll down a bit, Voyager right here. Be sure to use this code because you'll get $25 of free Bitcoin. But you get interest 9% on your USDC, about 4.5% on your Bitcoin, about 4% on Ethereum, and there's interest on other cryptos too. You're not staked or locked up. You're just leaving it in your wallet, just like you do on Coinbase. Publicly traded company, but it's only available for United States of America people currently. But they'll be rolling out in Europe later. It's risky to leave it at the exchange from my experience. It can be, but it depends on the exchange. I think Voyager and Coinbase are literally as safe as it comes. I mean, do you actually feel risky leaving your crypto on Coinbase? I don't. Do I think ETH is low? Yes, I think ETH is I mean, obviously it's way below the all-time high, so I think it's very much on sale, but I'm not planning on making any money off it for at least 3 years. Thoughts on GRT? I don't have many. ETH can hit 1K. I agree. It could go under that because of the greater global macroeconomics nasty landscape that we're in. Just got into the live. Do I think UST will repeg? I do not. Is Bitcoin going to drop more in time? Yes. Tomorrow, today, tomorrow, next week? Maybe not. I do think we're going to have a bit of a relief pump. Relief bounce is a better way to say it. But I think ultimately in the next 6 to 12, maybe even 18 months, we're going lower. My account was clean last year from Coinbase after my phone was hacked. Well, that's not the exchange's fault, though. That's your fault. You also have to set up the proper security measures. 2-factor authentication, Google, and then Authenticator. You need to set up the proper security, right? If you're out here using MetaMask and stuff, you also need to use a ledger so that you have the proper security up. I hope I'm not being harsh with you, but it's important to know that's your fault. Because you have to make sure that your stuff can't be taken. You have to take those property security measures, and most people don't. How many people? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a MetaMask. If you have a MetaMask, put a 1 in the chat. I see a lot of 1s coming in. Now, how many of you with a MetaMask wallet have a ledger or a Trezor? Put a 2 if you have a ledger or a Trezor. Because if you don't have a ledger or a Trezor, you are literally giving yourself massive unnecessary risk. Here's the link in the bio. It's on my resources page. These are all the things I think people should have in crypto. Here's the Ledger wallet. I have a Ledger wallet. Because what it does with your MetaMask, right, I'm not logged in, but it makes it so that no transactions can happen. No transactions can happen in your MetaMask wallet unless you're out here in the real world okaying it in your hands. You cannot get hacked or stolen from your MetaMask if you have a Ledger. But if you don't have a Ledger, all it takes is for you to connect to one site, the wrong site, and they can completely drain your entire wallet, including your NFTs. And I'm not being an alarmist. I'm being straight up like come to Jesus moment. If you use MetaMask, or you need to have a Ledger or a Trezor. I prefer Ledger. It's what I have. I have the Nano X because it allows you to use the most cryptos. Be warned. If you lose your shit in MetaMask because you don't have a Ledger, it's not MetaMask's fault. It's yours. If you get your shit stolen from Coinbase or wherever, it's your fault because you didn't set up the right security. It does not use 2-factor because Ledger, the physical, what you do with your MetaMask, because you create look, I'm not going to log into my MetaMask and show you my password, but you have a Ledger wallet within your MetaMask and put everything in it. Everything, your Ethereum, your Matic, your Avalanche, your Phantom, whatever. You use that wallet, and no transactions, nothing can be taken, moved from that account, from that wallet, that ledger wallet in your MetaMask, unless you literally look at my hands, unless you out here in the physical real world have your ledger in your hands and you click some buttons to okay the transaction. If you don't have that, if you're just using MetaMask like normal, you can get stolen, absolutely. But with this ledger, that can't happen because you got to be out here in the real world and push the buttons on your specific ledger, on your one and only. Well, what if I lose my ledger? That's fine. Your ledger also comes with a seed phrase. So you could lose your ledger, but as long as you have your seed phrase, those 12 words. Actually, with ledger, I think it might be 24 words. You can go get a whole new ledger and just upload your seed phrase into it, and you'll have access to everything again. Did you buy Luna? No, I did not. You're welcome, Crypto Tracker. Can you put 2 or more exchanges in one ledger? You don't use exchanges. Well, actually, you could get the Coinbase wallet and connect your ledger to it, but you don't use exchanges. Like if you have crypto sitting on Coinbase, Coinbase is in custody of your crypto. Same thing with Voyager. These are centralized exchanges, so you're reliant on their security. So you need to know they have good security. But since they're apps, you also set up other security measures on your side, such as 2-factor authentication. But if you're using a MetaMask wallet, which is a Chrome extension, that's up to you. You're all the security there, which means you need a ledger. Ledger has nothing to do with your Coinbase account or centralized exchanges. Only with your wallets that you hold custody of, like your MetaMask. You're buying more Luna. I mean, it can't go down much more. Should I buy any Luna? Can't give you that advice. I'm not. Some people are. It's a pretty risky play to me, but there's not a whole lot of downside left, depending on how much you invest. If it goes from 1 penny to 2, you just doubled your money because it's at about a penny right now. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at Luna. Luna is, look at that. Luna popped up to about 3 cents right now. So yeah, when we looked at it earlier, it was about a penny and a half. So if you bought some Luna at a penny and a half, now you doubled your money. I'm not doing that, but I understand why some people are. Can I store XRP on Ledger X? Yes, they have an XRP. How do I say it? Network or whatever. Yes, you can. How do you feel about Edge Wallet? I don't know much about Edge Wallet. Shiba, I think Shiba is. I think Shiba's junk. I don't want anything to do with Shiba. Thanks for the follows coming in. Oh boy, we're at almost 2 hours. Be sure to join the Discord. So I'll probably hop in the Discord right after this stream. Click the link in the bio. Takes you to my resources page. Okay. Here's the YouTube too, by the way. If you click that little button, follow me on YouTube. I got some good stuff over there. Twitter, Insta. I'm Daily Crypto Bull across all the socials. But the Discord, just scroll down a bit. Here is the Discord. And if you don't have the Fold card, I really recommend it. Right? Start getting Bitcoin rewards back on your everyday purchases. It's the best paying Bitcoin rewards card there is. And it's free. And it's not a credit card. You can have terrible credit. Anybody can get it. It's free to get. Join the text list too, and of course the Discord. But we'll be doing another step in activation code, so if you want to join that, go ahead. We'll be doing another code here pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow. Maybe next week. And we'll be having Crypto Man Ran from Crypto Banter on next week. We haven't nailed down a day, but it'll be at a different time. Usually I go live at like noon Pacific Standard Time. It'll be more like 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time because he lives in South Africa. It's pretty late over there. Today I'm holding my long-term holding in Ledger. Good. If you want a link for that, because you want to make sure you go to the right site. There's scam sites that fake themselves. Click the link in my TikTok bio, go to my resources page, use that link, and it'll take you to the correct Ledger site. What's the name of an app for Bitcoin with purchases? I use Voyager mostly to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's only available in America, but if you use, again, guys, listen, link in my TikTok bio, You click that button, it'll take you to my crypto resources page. Everything I'm talking about is on this page. Here's the link for Voyager right here with the $25 free Bitcoin code. Here's the link for Ledger. Here's the Discord group, my YouTube, all that stuff. My resources page. Just click the link in the TikTok bio. And if you want, you could just type this link into your phone too. I think Luna is done. I think Luna's done. Does the Ledger wallet let you stake? Yes. I mean, you don't stake in the Ledger wallet, but you can do anything like with your typical MetaMask. You can do literally anything. It's just that the Ledger is just a level of security. The Ledger just says no transactions can happen in your MetaMask wallet unless you okay it out here in the real world with this. And I mean clicking the confirm button on your MetaMask wallet. I mean this physical thing in my hand, I have to physically push it for anything to be moved out of my MetaMask wallet. So if you want to stake some crypto in a DeFi project, you can do that. You just have to click OK on the Ledger first before it goes from your MetaMask wallet into the DeFi protocol. And same thing. Luna was not rug pulled. Rug pull is when the developers of a project literally suck out all the money and run away. That's what a rug pull was. That's not what this was. This was a very sophisticated attack by what seems to be Citadel and BlackRock. And it's something that has been done before. George Soros in 1992 did this to the British pound. This is not a rug pull. Much more sophisticated than some dumb developer running away with the money. Web3 domains, I like those. ENS, I think that .eth domains are going to just grow to be bigger and bigger. Is it a good time to buy crypto for someone who hasn't ever bought? In my opinion, it is. But have put it in your mind that you don't want to care about price. If you buy today, you don't want to care about what the price does until for 3 years, April 2025. Why? Here's the lifetime chart of Bitcoin. We have bull market cycles and bear market. Bull market, bear market, bull market. Now we're in the bear market time. March 2024 will be the next Bitcoin halving. As you can see, these blue lines, you see how price takes off after these blue lines? That's what will happen over here too. And they typically end about a year and a half after the blue line. So April 2025 is about a year after the Bitcoin halving. That's why I say that date. Any decisions you make today, in my opinion, this is what I'm doing. In my opinion, anything I buy right now, I'm thinking, what's the price going to be in April 2025? Because I think that will be roughly the top of the next bull market. But things very well, I think, will go lower over the next 6 to 12 months. They will have their ups and downs. You know, I think we're due for a relief rally, a relief bounce, but that's going to top out and then go back down, and I think it's going to go lower than it is now. And then I'll buy again. I'm buying some right now of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I think there'll be a rally up. Maybe I'll sell some, and then I'll buy it as it goes lower, but maybe not. Maybe I won't sell any. I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get there, but everything I buy right now, I'm thinking April 2025. Crypto Numeral says, great stream as always. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. Over on YouTube. Isn't the average bear market 9 months? Well, the history is a good thing to use for the future, but things are never exactly the same. And bear markets are typically about a year, about 12 months, give or take a few. But we've never been in a global macro bear market along with it. We've been in nothing but a bull market ever since the inception of Bitcoin. So this is the first time we're actually seeing a global macro bear market in addition to the typical crypto bull bear market. So I think it could last longer and it could go deeper than usual, even though we didn't go as high as we usually do in the crypto market. These are my opinions. Thanks for the follows coming in. How many Bitcoins do you have? I don't know. try not to. I like Kenny Rogers, the Gambler song. You never count your money while you're sitting at the table. Plenty of time for counting when the dealing's done. Don't count your shit. Just know that you want your number to go up. Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's my philosophy. Bull market lasts 2 to 5 years. No, bull market lasts about a year and a half. And then we're like, well, wait, cycles are 4 years. Yeah, because the other time we're deciding if we're in a bull or bear market. Or we're just flat. That's what I mean. Wait, you think we're in a bear market? On Voyager now, thanks for the info, you're welcome. Start getting that interest. And this isn't, it's as safe as Coinbase. Like, please, if you're in America, go start at least dabbling in Voyager. Cruise Drew, yeah, we're definitely, so yeah, Cruise, we are definitely in a bear market, and that's the most important time to be paying attention, because that's where the actual real opportunity is. Because in the bull market, you just get drunk with things going up, and then you end up losing money because you never get out. If you're methodical in a bear market, you can get the really good things for really cheap, just having patience for them to go up, because you know they will when the Bitcoin halving happens. M Outlaw 7, Voyager. If you're in America, you can Voyager, think of it like another Coinbase, but it's better in a lot of ways. Click the link in the bio, in my TikTok bio. It'll take you to my crypto resources page. This is everything I think people should use in crypto, basically everything. This is the link for Voyager. Be sure to use this code. You'll get free Bitcoin if you do. But you get interest on, like I'm getting 9% interest on my USDC coin. That's a stable coin. That's the best stable coin. 9% APR, so a year. And they pay me my interest on the first of every month. They also pay me about anybody. Pay you 4.5% interest on your Bitcoin, 4% on your Ethereum, and interest on more cryptos too, without having to lock it up or stake it. Like, use that link. Go over to Voyager to make sure you go to the right place. And use the code too, so that you get the free Bitcoin. Not a free Bitcoin, $25 a free Bitcoin. And you'll get the $25 in free Bitcoin when you deposit or trade $100 of crypto. Which coins you buying in the bear market? Ethereum and Bitcoin. And then I'm waiting for things to go lower, and I will be spending a lot of my attention looking at gaming. You don't stake. That's the nice thing, Outlaws. You don't stake it. It's just like Coinbase. You know how your Bitcoin is just sitting in your Coinbase wallet? Well, it's just sitting in your Voyager wallet. But instead of it sitting in Coinbase doing nothing, it's earning interest. You can move it. You can sell it. You can do whatever. It's not staked or locked up in any way. It's exactly like Coinbase, except you're getting interest. And it's better in a lot of ways, Voyager is, because you know how Coinbase charges you fees to buy and sell your crypto? Voyager doesn't charge you fees. It is an American, publicly traded company. Why it doesn't get more attention, I don't know. How low you think ETH will go? I think there's a shot ETH goes under 1,000. I think Bitcoin could go to 10,000. Crazy, right? Will it? I don't know. But it's already gone lower faster than I thought. What platform can I use for good interest rate? You're from UK? Yeah, I don't know. Voyager, they did get approved by the European Union. It should be available there sometime this year. Probably soon, from what I understand. But with you being in the UK, I don't know if that's different than the EU, hence Brexit, so I don't know. How much is the staking? What do you mean? I get 9% on my USDC. I get 4.5% on my Bitcoin. I get 4% on my Ethereum. And then there's other cryptos that pay interest too, like Polkadot pays 12%. There's interest on Cardano, all that stuff. Gaming coins that got your attention. I'm not buying anything right now, guys. Like, I want you to be very thoughtful about what you buy, because we are not in a bull market. anything you buy, it's probably going to go down more in the short to mid-term. I don't expect to make any profit from anything I buy today until for at least 2 to 3 years. That's the reality of it. Because globally, macroeconomically, we are in a bear market that looks like it's going to get nastier before it gets better. That very much matters here. But Gala would be my top one. Then Engine, maybe Sand, maybe Ultra, maybe Veracity. I don't know if someone will stay in crypto, if Bitcoin will go to 10K. I'll be here. See, if you, what's your name? Op here, Cohen 2. You're. I can tell this is your first go. This is your first time round in crypto. Let me show you something. Lifetime chart of Bitcoin. It goes up a ton, and then it goes down a ton. Look at this. It went up to 27. Well, there was $27. Then it went down to $2. Right here, $1,300. Down here, $170. Up here, $20,000. Down here, $3,200. This is what happens. And the people that lose out don't understand this is what happens. We go low. It's shake because it gets way overheated, and then it's got to shake everybody out for a while, and it goes down a lot. It goes down a lot. It typically goes down 85-90%. So that you say that is exactly why I'm saying never stop paying attention, because this is exactly what always happens. 13 years. Daily crypto bear. Yeah, I am, because we're in a bear market. So my strategies are based on bear market, which is the best time. The lower all of this goes, as long as you believe in it long term, the better your opportunity. You've been in crypto from 2018, so you came in a bear market. So you might have made some money. Did you realize it before you bought at a deep discount in 2018? That the market was as high as it was? So this is the first time you felt the heights and having the floor fall out from under you. And that's what you're thinking like. And that's the real thing. If you haven't been at the height and had the floor pull out on you, then you can't relate. But every time, 100% of the time, it's been a bad decision to get out when the floor falls. That's the best time to get in. Thank you for the rose. What coin should I look to buy that will survive? I'm focusing mainly on Ethereum and Bitcoin right now, and I won't really be buying other things until I feel that we've truly hit a bottom, which I think is a good 6, 12, maybe even 18 months away. Probably, honestly, the reality is, not honestly, I'm always honest. I hate it. I hate when people say that. I hate it every so often when it blurts out of my mouth and tells, well, wait, now you're being honest? What were you doing before? So, in my opinion, I think we go down until the Ethereum Merge, whenever that is, and that may be like a year away. At what levels are you buying into the market? I'm buying now. I'm buying Ethereum and Bitcoin now. I'm not dropping all the money I have right now, but I don't do like daily cost averaging or weekly cost averaging. I make purchases at certain levels. And this is certainly a level to buy some at, in my opinion. Historical moments will repeat again, 2018. Thank you, Qatar. This is guesswork, 6/12/18. It is guess. I predict it will rain in 7/14/21. Yeah, I mean, I think that we dropped so much, we'll probably have some kind of relief rally bounce. But then I just think over the next 6 to 12 months, it's just going to go lower. And it's already hit these spots. Like what you saw with Luna. Like, this is what happens. Granted, this is one of the biggest things to ever happen. But this is the type of stuff that happens in the bear market. It is just like fallen soldier after fallen soldier. That's what happens in the bear market. And that's why people leave, because the bear market happens to shake all the trash out, because there's so much trash during the bull markets, because so many projects are just trash. But everything goes up because everything's going up. So the things that stick around, which is a small percentage of the actual projects, are the actual good ones. So wait for it to shake out, in my opinion. But Ethereum and Bitcoin have far proven themselves, in my opinion. Can I buy Luna in spot, please? It's good to hold. I hope that's a joke. Does this current shakeup change projected ETH rise after merge? No, this is what, if this is your first bear market, this is what happens. Granted, again, this Luna thing, this exact thing has never happened before. And this is one of probably maybe the two of the biggest events that's ever happened in crypto to the negative side like that. This and the Mt. Gox hack. But this type, like, at least slight devastation is quite common to happen fairly regularly in a bear market. So just buckle up and get used to it. And just be in what you have true conviction of. Be honest with yourself. Be brutally honest. Will Solana be a good pick? I don't know. I'm not buying Solana. I'm only buying Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think Solana's got a good shot, but I'm not ready. I don't have that certainty at this stage of the bear market. Because even now, low volume, Solana's having network issues still. Thoughts on Litecoin? To me, Litecoin is a dead project, and it has been dead since 2017. Because the moment their founder, Charlie Lee, I think that's his name, sold all of his Litecoin, that was the end of Litecoin. Solana at 44, a good buy. If it survives the bear market, probably. Is USDC a good place to put 25% of portfolio? I cannot give you that kind of advice. I would feel comfortable with that. As a matter of fact, I have more than that in USDC on Voyager. Are you buying Cardano? No. HBAR? No. I'm not buying any of that stuff. I'm buying Ethereum and Bitcoin, and that's all. And I'm stacking my USDC cash position and letting it grow on Voyager, getting 9%. And I have some in DeFi also, my USDC, getting me 30-some%, but those are slightly riskier. If you want to learn where I'm doing those, go get my DeFi guide. Click the link in the bio, and it's on my resources page, my DeFi guide. It comes with all complete video walkthroughs. And Anchor is one of those those protocols. Avoid Anchor. I'm going to be taking that off because I had plenty of money in Anchor. But on Monday, when I saw the peg go down to 98.5, I pulled it out. Thank God. And on the live stream, I told everyone on the live stream that's what I did, and I thought they should consider it too. So hopefully at least some people also did that. MG says I'm doing Voyager USDC 9%. Awesome. You're gonna love it because on the first of every month, there's just a deposit. You'll have USDC, the best stable coin there is, just dropped in your account. You'll get some free Bitcoin and Ethereum too if you deposit that on there. The chief, why Bitcoin and Ethereum? Because they're clearly the two most established cryptos by a long ways. Bitcoin is the digital gold. It's the store of value. It is one. Nothing will pass it. And it is completely necessary in the world we're moving into. And Ethereum is basically the new layer of the internet. It is where Web3 is being built. It's a layer one. All the other layer ones, the uphill battle they have to unseat Ethereum, I think by far most people don't understand the basically impossible battle that a layer one would have to do to surpass Ethereum. So I'm basically buying, imagine it's 1990 and you could buy shares of HTTP, you know, the protocol that runs the internet. Was HTTP the only protocol that the internet ran on? Hell no. Was it even the best? No. But it's the one that reached critical levels of adoption first. So that's why it won. Because people aren't going to backstep and go use something else and move all their businesses and everything else over to it. There's so much built on Ethereum already, and so many people that are familiar with it and use it. It's almost impossible for it to be unseated. All the other ones would be like Yahoo to Google at best. I've been on here for a long time. Layer 0 is you can build layer 1s on top of layer 0s. They have a shot at doing something real like Polkadot and Cosmos. But we'll see. I gotta hop off. I've been on here way too long. Go join the Discord. Click the link in the TikTok bio, and it takes you to my resources page. All the stuff that I ever talk about is on that page. Buttons to all of them. There's a button for the Discord. Go join it. If you're in America, go download the Voyager app. There's a button for that. Get this card. It's free to get. It gives you Bitcoin rewards. It's the best Bitcoin rewards card there is. It's not a credit card. It's a debit card. Anybody can get it. It's free. The button is called Fold. Fold. The button for this is also on the resources page. Check that stuff out on there. I got a free masterclass showing you how to get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free when the price goes down. Watch it. It's free. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'll be back on here tomorrow, probably, at noon Pacific Standard Time. Until then, come up with start figuring out what you really believe in, because we're in a bear market. No hurry. You're awesome. See y'all later. Take care.